everybody. Good evening, and welcome to the 3BeerPod. It is season 5, episode number 4. It is Chris and Tim.
Hey, Cloudy. What's going on today, buddy?
Not much, man. Not much.
You caught me mid swallow right there. I'm not even sure. Like I didn't see the countdown coming or something.
Like,
just want to get one last swig in.
Literally just say, well, let's go and let's do this. Love catching me off guard. Tim Langton is on the show tonight. Tim Langton is, don't lie, we don't know his name. We were going to see him and meet him here in just a couple minutes. He is the voice of the Toronto Blue Jays at the Rogers Center. I almost said the Sky Dome. And I'm looking forward to talking to this guy here tonight. So it'll be a lot of fun. We'll meet Tim in just a couple of minutes. We will get to the Beer Buzz coming up in a little bit. Tim, first, we always start with our sponsors that have been with us since the beginning. Who do we got, Tim?
Hey, Cloudy. If you are looking to buy or sell right now in this hot market, give Chris McLeod a call at Realty House. If you buy or sell a house in the next 48 hours, fast market here.
48 hours.
48 hours. You close 1 beer per hour, 48 beers like that.
Wow.
No problem. Shout out to Shauna over at the Health House again. If you are looking to get healthy, stay healthy, Shauna's who you should hook up with. Give her a shout over at the Health House, ck.com. And our old friends at the Pakistan Super League fighting COVID hard in Pakistan right now in hopes that the season will go on time in June. Thoughts and prayers go out to our friends in the Pakistan Super League.
Tim just listed a 4-bedroom, 1.5 bath house on LaCroix Street in Chatham. $299.9 today. Hey,
that's a steal.
I will write it up.
Steal.
It's a good deal. It's a good deal.
48 hours.
Taxes are next to nothing. If you're looking for a place, get a hold of me. There's my number. You can text me anytime. Of course, thanks to those. We should mention, Tim, because we're live on Facebook right now, Facebook Live, facebook.com/3beerpod. You can also watch us on YouTube, on my Twitter channel. We do have some viewers coming in that way. Or if you're doubling back and watching it later on, thanks for doing that. But we should also mention that you can listen to this podcast. And I think now, specifically with grass cutting season hard on us, there's nothing better than turning on the lawnmower or sitting on the riding lawnmower, throwing in a podcast and just doing your thing.
You can't beat it, buddy. I've been cutting my grass 6 times a week just so I can listen to podcasts. So grab a podcast, download us, or any other podcast, and just cut your grass. Feels good.
There's where you find our podcast. Wherever you get your podcast, 3beerpod.buzzsprout is our home of the podcast. So find us there. Watch it drinking, bud, is where we highlight the 3 beers that we're tilting back here tonight. Tim, I'm not going to lie. Already started on a Muskoka, Ebb and Flow Sour, the plum and boysenberry.
Boysenberry.
Yeah, it's
not familiar.
It's good. Let me tell you, very good. Last week we highlighted with our adult unboxing. We had the Bose box that I opened up. I'm going to get into one of the good times. I haven't had one of these yet, so digging into that tonight, and just opening up a Big Family. This is who we met last week. We traded some beers this week. Big Family, the Hell's Delicious beer from Sarnia. So we'll have to talk to the Stokely family at some point, who is behind Big Family Brewing Company, but going to try them out tonight. In my picks on the 3 Beer Pod, what do you got, Tim?
I did literally a last second swap out. I was going to keep it light tonight. Feeling need a little lightness on this Tuesday, so I got a Lug Tread again, fresh from Bose and the tradesies of beers that Cloudy and I did. I got a last pass here from Red Barn again. If you haven't checked out Red Barn Brewery just outside of Blenheim, check them out. This one is just really drinkable and delicious. And then I got one from Whitewater. I've never had this one before. Good old friend of the pod, Darren Eber, passed this one on to me. So this is Whitewater. This is a High Tide New England IPA, and it says it's juicy and pillowy. I think I'm going to start with that one, actually.
I have had that one, Tim. I have had that one.
Is it juicy and pillowy?
Juicy and more pillowy than you would even expect.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's exciting.
I do enjoy it. What you drinking, bud? And if you ever have beer suggestions for us, throw it up there on the Facebook or the comments, and we will see if we can pick some up in a future pod. Let's get to our guest. We'll double back for Beer Buzz coming up in a little bit. Our guest tonight, voice of the Blue Jays when they're playing at Rogers Center. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Tim Langton, who look at Tim's setup over there. Mr. Langton, how are you?
I'm fine. How you guys doing?
Very
you
good.
You got enough level? You can hear me okay?
Sounds
Levels.
great.
All right. Just
tip top. Look at that. You've got the mic. You've got the setup over there. You're a pro.
Well, I do a lot of work out of this space at home. This is not the only mic I have here. I own the classics. I have a Shure 58. I have an SM7B, and up here is an Audio Technica AT4040. Those are the three classic mics and all of audio. And this one sounds the best. Well, at least for this application, this is my favorite.
We love it. We love it. We love it. You know what? I'm just sitting back listening to your voice, and I'm thinking of, sitting at the Dome, having a beer, plate of nachos, and you're calling, now batting whatever it is, and just going, damn, this is summer. And I miss that, Tim. You've got to miss it even more.
Yeah, somewhat. I do. It's well, you know what? It is what it is, and there's nothing we can do about it. Yeah. It's been hard, but it's still watch the games on TV, and what else you going to do?
Yeah, I hear you. Are you having a beer with us tonight?
Actually, you know what? I'm not a huge beer drinker. I'm a bit more of a Scotch drinker, but I am drinking from my Okanagan Springs Brewery. Glass,
nice.
Which I got when I went to my niece's wedding out in BC many years ago. Beer was good. The beer was good.
Tim,
I'm a dark beer drinker.
Well,
Guinness is my standard.
It is your standard. Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
But I got it. Not the Guinness you buy in Canada.
No.
I've only ever had the true Guinness from Ireland when I was in Trinidad. They import it there.
No way.
And it's way different, and it's so good.
I can imagine. That's a cool story. Tim, so listeners or viewers right now are hearing or seeing your face probably for the first time, because we probably recognize your voice from watching Jays games on TV and hearing you in the background or being at the Dome. But I want to back up. Where's home for Tim Langton? Where did this story all begin?
Well, home where I was born is Peterborough. Mm-hmm. That's where I was born. 6 years, maybe 7 years spent there. All that kind of began in Kirkland Lake, Ontario. I don't know if you're familiar with it. Yep. Produced a lot of hockey players in its day.
Yes, you did.
I guess Darren Pupa and Dan Daou would have been the two most recent.
Darren Pupa, one of my favorite goalies. Yeah.
Claim to fame, I coached Darren Pupa in what was it? It would have been novice, first year novice.
Wow. Was he a goalie back then?
He was. He comes from a family of goaltenders. His dad was a great goaltender. Didn't play pro. I think he played for RPI, but dad was a great goaltender too. Great science teacher too.
Darren Pupa came to the Leafs with Andrechuk, and that was the big turning point back in the early 90s. Well, that's cool. So you taught him how to be a goalie.
Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah.
Take the credit now. We're giving it to you, Tim.
Well, a friend of mine, Jamie Barker, was also a coach on that team, so he has to take. He's going to take 50% of the credit on that. Kirkland Lake was where I started in radio, 1978, I guess, spring of '78. So I've been at it for a while, and I mean, the business. It took me from Northern Ontario to the western part of the country, Saskatchewan, to be exact. Elliott Lake, spent a little time there. Spent a lot of time in Sudbury. I reached radio nirvana in Sudbury. I worked at a radio station called Q92. Actually, was one of the people that put the station on the air.
Oh, cool.
And it killed. Just absolutely. Between us and our country station, we own 60% of the market. So that was pretty cool. Worked with some amazing people there. Got to mention, I got to give a shout out to Jim Ham, who was the guy that taught me the basics of programming. Just a brilliant guy. Anyway, I was.
Tim, I want to ask you before you go too far in your radio career. So you Kapuskasing. How long were you at Kapuskasing? When was
Kirkland Lake? Kirkland Lake.
Kirkland Lake. Sorry, Kirkland Lake. When was your?
Actually, I moved there when I was in grade 4.
Okay.
So I basically did all my growing up there. All my good friends are from there. So it would have been the spring of '79. I refereed a lot of hockey there too, as a matter of fact.
And that, just radio nerd for a minute. There's a station in New Liskeard, right? That's you're tied into. Is that correct? Or were? I'm asking for a reason.
No. I got loaned to CJTT in New Liskard for about 4 weeks, and I left. I just left. I didn't tell them I was there. I just left. I couldn't. I'm sorry. New Liskard is a lovely place, but I could not stand the radio station at the time.
Well, that's good news.
Follow up to that, Cloudy. I can't wait to hear this.
So here is a rejection letter I got.
Come on.
You know what, Tim? I had heard that you had worked in that station at some point, and I thought, I wonder if I ever sent him a letter. And I was kind of trying to figure out the window. So here I am, radio kid. I couldn't put two words together, and I was told, go find a small market. I work in Chatham. Like, what's smaller than Chatham? And I'm thinking, where the hell do you want me to go? So I'm like, New Liskard. And this is back in the day we had a map. So I had a map sitting there. I'm like, nah, they have a radio station. So I sent a letter to 1290 CJTT, send this letter off, and I get eventually back a typed, basically, you're not good enough for New Liskard. And I thought,
just out of interest, who signed it?
Well, that's the thing. My letter's gone. I don't know. Like, I went to open it up tonight. I found the letter. I'm like, there it is. This is going to be so great. I don't have no idea where the letter is. I have no idea.
I was there briefly in 1979. I took off after I was doing evenings for them, helping them out. And it was supposed to be a week, and then it became 2 weeks. And the Friday of the third week, I just left. Got off here at midnight, got in the car, drove back to Kirkland Lake.
Just drove back home. I thought, how funny would it have been if it was a letter from Tim and he was basically like in a ball of flames. He's like, bye, just don't work here. You're not good enough for here. Get out of here. So
I was just an evening jock at that time. I was just breaking into the businse when I was there. So
that's too funny. That's too funny.
Radio career basically ended in 97.
Okay.
I actually applied for the job. The position was audio programmer, which was basically running the audio department there. And
is this for the Jays or is this for the Skydome itself?
This was for the building. This was for Skydome at the time because Skydome and the Blue Jays were owned by two different entities at that time.
It's very true.
Okay.
I applied for the job, didn't get it. Somebody else got it, but they called me August of 97 and said, you still interested? And I was like, yeah. So I wound up getting the gig, and they taught me the audio end of things, and I already knew the production end of things and music programming. So that's how it all started. And then, I sat beside Murray Eldon for a long time.
Murray was the voice of Exhibition Stadium. He was like, not the original, but he was shortly thereafter, wasn't he?
I don't even think Bob McCowan lasted the entire first season.
Oh, wow.
I don't know that. I can't say that exactly for sure, but I don't think Bob lasted. So Murray's almost the original, which is the thing that always kind of blows me away when I think about what I do, is I'm really the third person that's ever done it.
That's pretty
which
cool.
is that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Do you know if Murray got World Series rings from the 92, 93 Jays?
Honestly, I couldn't answer that question. I don't know. I really don't know. I learned everything there is to learn about PA announcing because I sat beside Murray. Yeah. And some people even say I sound like him, which is not a surprise. You wear your influences on your sleeve.
That's
very true. In all honesty, Tim Regan here on the other side hates the Blue Jays. And he is a Tigers fan. I think I should probably point that out and put him on blast.
Thanks for calling me out on that one, Cloudy.
My agent's a Tigers fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, we're good. We're good. Tim, what's the day in the life of a PA announcer look like from getting to the stadium until the last pitch is thrown? What's that kind of look like for you?
Let's talk about the first game of a homestand, which is obviously going to be the busiest because they've been away for a while. They're coming back.
Right.
So we'd probably start. Well, I'd probably start anyway at home, just going through the opposing team, their names, checking pronunciations, making notes of if I can't figure it out on my own or I can't find a clip that has their name, I make a note. So I'll check with either the broadcasters for the visiting team or their PR guys who are available as well. So that's where it starts. It starts at home, figuring out who's playing and, if I can say all the names or not and which ones I have to work on. I get a script in advance probably about 11 a.m. on a game day. So I'll go through that, look for anything that's changed or new, or just get an idea of what we're going to be doing that day. First game of a homestand, normally our production meetings are at 5:00. But for first game of a homestand, we'd start maybe hour earlier because there might be some other things to cover. Sit down with the people who make the gamer operations work, a producer, the director for the video board, the people who run the J-Force. You get an idea who I'm talking about. Security, everybody's involved. Go through the script. Any potential problems, we work those out, and then we all head down back. Break up the meeting, head to the control room. That's where I do my personal prep, lineups, checking those pronunciations if I need to. And just generally getting familiar again with the script, going through it, making any changes to the script I think I might need to make just to make it easier for me. Right. Because if you read commercials, sometimes there's a word that'll end, your tongue's going this way, and the next word, your tongue's got to go this way. So I will usually change those. So I'm only going one way because it makes it easier, because I don't like messing up. I really don't. Well,
there's a whole stadium full of people who are sitting there looking over their shoulder.
And if I do, if it's just keep going, just keep going. Beyond that, grab some dinner, do the last minute check. Usually start talking about 6:15 for a 7:00 game. And I'm in and out of the pregame, announcements 50-50, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Do the game, of course. Do the batters. I score the game, which doesn't mean anything to anybody. It just keeps me in the game. Keeps my focus.
That answers a question, though, because Tim and I, before you even got on, before we even started tonight, we're like, I wonder if he scores the game. Like, are you involved in the game so much, or are you more working and not really following the games? Like, so, but it sounds like you're right there into the game. So, what a gig, though! What a cool gig.
Yeah, I'm into the game, but I've also got other things I have to consider as well. Yeah. So you'd be amazed at how fast things can happen in a baseball game. I mean, I might turn away to find out, okay, we're doing what? Okay, we're doing this. And I turn back and all of a sudden there's been 4 pitches thrown.
Right.
Or something like that. It's like, whoa. So that's just what the scoring's all about. It's just to keep my focus so I know what's going on in the game and I don't miss any batters. I think I've done that 3 times since I started. Missed batters. Usually opposing teams, so that's okay.
Yeah, there you go. You mentioned there to that production meeting, and the thing I took out of that is we're sitting there having a beer, eating nachos, and watching a game, and just loving being at the ballpark. But it's a finely tuned machine of things happening. The Jays Force or the mascot portion or whatever, wherever the stadium is. This has all been planned out. The 50-50. We're going to take a shot of the guy up here in this, the kiss camera, whatever's involved. That's stuff you have in a script that you're holding on to. At, what do you say, 5:00 or whatever, prior to the game?
Yeah, I mean, we have in our control room alone. We have. So let me do a quick count. We've got roughly 20 people in the control room. That's not counting cameras, or floor directors who are out in the stadium itself. We have like an entire group of guys and girls, as a matter of fact, who just do nothing but stats, game in progress, stats, watching lineups, that kind of thing. Everything updates automatically. An at bat, you input what happens in the at bat, and everything automatically updates. It's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. A large room of servers drive that.
Really? I think that's really neat. Kind of the background, the brains of what's happening there. I want to ask, who signs your checks? Do you work for the Jays, or are you working for who? You're not a Jays employee, are you?
I work for the Toronto Blue Jays Rogers Baseball Partnership, I believe is what it is. Okay, in that job. But I also do other work in the building as well. I still do audio as a freelancer in that building, although there's not as much as there used to be. But I still do some. So that's a whole other thing.
Interesting.
But I work for the team.
Is it hard to not be a homer? You're at every game, right?
Of course. Well,
yeah.
I think it's obvious that I am.
Yeah.
I mean, if you compare the difference in the way I introduce the home team and the way I introduce the visiting team, I'm a homer all the way. But that's my job.
Yep.
100%.
That's my job. I mean, there are some places, Yankee Stadium. Well, I guess I can't think of his last name, Bob, who was there forever.
Yeah.
That's the way they wanted it. That was his style. It's very dry, both ends,
Right.
visitors and home, and that's the vibe. But this is the vibe in our stadium.
Do they give you free reign? Did they say? First of all, I guess before I start jumping, what year did you start? What year did you get the full-time gig as the PA announcer?
2005.
Did they sit you down and say you have free reign, like be all over the top, or do they say we want you to deliver?
No, not really. Yeah, not really. I'm trying to exactly remember the words, but edgy, I guess.
Yeah,
a little bit edgy. Maybe have fun, really.
Yeah,
and just give it a bit of an edge, which I tend to growl sometimes, especially when you get into a name like Guerrero or something like that. It's warranted, right? It's warranted.
Yeah.
100%.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So yeah, there's a bit of an edge to the way I do some of the stuff, but free reign, generally speaking, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I got to use my head. I mean, I don't think I've ever actually said anything that got me. No, I've never
That's
said
fair.
anything that got me in trouble. There are some things that, this is the way we want to do this, so do it this way. Sure, no problem. But generally speaking, I get to have a little fun, show a little personality.
I think it'd be funny if you're like, Vladimir Guerrero, and you're going crazy, and then Mookie Betts comes up, and you're like, yeah, here's Mookie Betts.
That's basically how I do it.
Effing Mookie Betts.
Have you ever just got so wrapped up in the game that you kind of forgot what you were supposed to actually be doing there? I hate to admit it, but I know that the Blue Jays had a run there a while ago. I have no idea what dates because I just blocked those things out of my mind. But is there times where you had a hard time reining it back in when
15 and 16?
Yeah,
15 and 16, because I mean, especially 15 when Bautista hit that home run.
right.
I mean, I've been in that building for things like what do they call the MMA, the big fight?
UFC.
You know what I'm
UFC,
talking about?
Yeah.
The UFC fights. I've been in the building for one of those. I've been in the building for WrestleMania, and that was the loudest I've ever heard that place.
I want to play.
And I'm up there, and I'm hitting the horn, but I got to sit back down because there's another batter coming up, and we got to keep playing baseball.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, Tim. So I've got that. I've got the call. This is the radio call from Jose Bautista's home run from 2015. And you'll hear it. I've had to cut out the crowd because the crowd goes on for about 30 seconds. So I've cut it out a little bit, but I want to ask you about this. Let's have a little flashback here.
That didn't work.
Here it is. Here it is again.
Now he comes set. Kicks the 1-1 pitch. Fly ball deep left field. Yes, sir. There she goes. Blue Jays 6, Rangers 3.
The designated hitter, number 10, Edwin Encarnacion.
Pulled it back in pretty good.
I love that. So, and again, I cut out that cheering went on for a while, and you could just hear the crowd rumbling. I remember sitting in a bar and just hearing it rumbling. And then you're like, and now batting number 10, Edwin. How were you not off your chain losing it?
I was. But you got to come back. You got to do the thing.
Yeah.
And then you stand by. I mean, I don't even think anybody was sitting in the control room at that point.
Yeah.
Because the audio mixer, Matteo, the great Matteo Carnevale, got to give Matty a shout out, and the somewhat mediocre John Arruda, who does it from time to time as well. Anyway, he sits behind me, and our DJ, Jed Harper, sits to my left, and we were dancing. Were, but everybody's still pressing their buttons. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
And you're the horn guy too.
Yeah. Wow.
At the end of that game, I had the producer in my ear, and all she would say was, more horn, more horn, more horn, more horn. And every time he hit the horn, the crowd went crazy.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun. It's going to happen again. It's going to happen again soon.
I feel, well, when was the last game you called? It's been a while now, hasn't it?
It's been a full season in what we've got so far.
Wow.
Now, did you not last year do the opening day? Did you not record that for Buffalo? Was that right?
I did a voiceover for the season opening video, the home opener video. That was my thing. So they've kept me involved as best they can.
Right.
Which I have absolutely no complaints. I work for an awesome set of people. More shout outs. Marnie Starkman, who runs our department, and Stephanie Wright, who is our game day producer, and Mike Christensen, who is the man who keeps that whole place running. He is the technical producer, and he is a genius, and he just keeps that place running like a top.
I nerd out when I hear the stuff that's happening in the background. I think that's so cool because there's a lot going into it. What's your favorite name to say that you've done here 16 years? Is there a name that you're just like I love when you say Guerrero? Like,
you know what? I should have thought about this beforehand, because there's been a lot of them. Adani Echevarria was a good one.
Ooh.
Only had him for a short time, but
yeah.
I'm just trying to think, because there's been some visitors with some absolutely great names, and it's always the Latin names. I just love those ones.
Fun to say.
You can roll your R's, and
One of the classic ones, Mr. Tim, my Tim, was at the Tiger Stadium, Bobby Higginson, and they'd say, now batting number 4, Bobby Higginson. And that became like every time you just be like, yeah, here it's coming. It's coming. Good. Is there a name that you're like, all right, I got Bo Bichette or Vladimir Guerrero, like you see it, they're coming up next inning, you're like, here it is. This is my jam.
This is gonna be a good one.
You know what? I kind of look at every one of their names like that, and I'm enjoying them. Just some are more suitable to ripping into a little bit more.
That's fair.
I'm waiting to do Springer. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do it yet, but I'm waiting to do that one.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Do you sit in the shower? Go ahead. Sorry.
Teoscar Hernandez is another favorite too.
That's a good one.
And yes, I do. Shower. Yeah, I do.
Your wife is like, Tim's in the shower again. George Springer.
Oh, yeah. My nickname here is weird, so.
Hey, Tim.
That's her nickname for me, Weirdo. So it's good.
Hey, Tim. Some talk about a new stadium in Toronto. When the Sky Dome was built, it was kind of the awesome thing, and then the Camden Yards was built, and then people were like, "Oh, that's what a baseball stadium should look like." What are your thoughts on? We'll call it Rogers Center, I guess. Now, what are your thoughts on Rogers Center not being a Rogers Center and a new build in Toronto sometime?
Okay, I got, first of all, strictly my own opinion here. I don't speak for the team at all. Yeah. I hope nobody even thinks that I would having me speak for them. No, not a good idea. Anyway, first, I love that building. I'm not gonna fool around. I love that building. I've seen that place from top to bottom, inside out. Been up on the catwalks, down in where the electrical rooms are, the sound rooms, all of that. It's a pretty cool place. I'm not going to kid you. It's a pretty cool place. Who's going to pay for a new stadium? Who's going to pay for it? That's a lot of money, and you've got to have a lid. You have to have a lid, or else you're not going to play any baseball in April here.
Right.
That's very true. Very true.
I mean, that building still got life. The roof wheels are all brand new. A lot of brand new stuff in there, actually. We've never got a chance to use. Yeah. So, I mean, they keep working on that place, and I wouldn't be surprised that I think AstroTurf has come up with another more improved version. And I heard something. I know this is something I just heard. I thought I read a sports writer had said that they were planning on upgrading to that turf. I don't know for sure. I haven't been in the building since August or whenever they did their summer camp last year, because we got to do a little work at summer camp last year.
Nice. We've heard about your radio background. Obviously, your work with the Jays, but something you've been doing throughout is voiceovers. And listeners and viewers of this podcast are going to hear you a little more often here in the next little bit. But these voiceovers you do here, I'll give you a chance to pump the tires a little bit. Tell us what kind of stuff you can do over at timlangton.com.
what do you need?
Yep.
I do pretty much everything. Probably my strength is corporate stuff, honestly, because not everybody's looking for. I mean, this is my voice. I can't help it, but not everybody's looking for this kind of voice anymore. Everybody's looking for the plain guy,
Yep.
So I got a little bit of range, but I'm up for anything. I mean, I do a lot of different stuff. I podcast intros and extras. Drop by I'll just have to drop by the website, timlangton.com. Thank you for putting that up there. And the demos are there, and the link to all the demos are there, and I have several. And
so if you're a business owner and you're watching this and you would like some voiceover work done, or maybe you've got a promotional video or something that goes out to clients, they can get a hold of you and you guys can talk about having the voice of the Jays do your stuff, right?
Yeah, I do phone stuff. Several different things. If it's audio, I can do it.
I love it.
I also produce too. So
yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm an audio producer too. I spent a long time in radio, and you pick these things up.
Not in New Liskert, but a long time radio overall.
Yeah. And the things you can do now is, I'd love to be back on the air right now because everybody has an operator now. Everybody's got somebody running the controls if you want. You don't have to do every mix anymore. You can actually prep your show. The prep stuff is like amazing. I did a little internet radio for a while. And the stuff that's available now to prep a show is crazy.
Don't let my boss hear that. It's hard work. It's really hard work. That's funny.
Well, it is hard work, but there's lots of stuff out there.
Yeah. Tim, did you have anything else for Tim?
No, I think just maybe a final prediction on the Blue Jays this year. Although, again, this Blue Jays talk pains me because the Tigers are terrible. Tim, where do you see the Blue Jays ending up this year? What's the prediction for the season?
I don't think playoffs are unrealistic. I think they got a pretty good shot, but I do not think personally that this is the year.
Right.
They get, another year, another season for the young guys. They get a little bit better. I mean, look at Vladdy this year.
Right.
I mean, and everybody's a little worried. I mean, they get worried about guys like Pearson. I mean, come on, he's 24. Yeah. He's going to be okay. He's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Next year, look out. That's what I'm a big believer in that. Next year, absolutely look out.
I think so.
I mean, this year could surprise me. I mean, that's baseball. You just don't know. I mean, who thought Baltimore would come get out to the start they got off to? I mean,
it's a great point. Very good.
162 games. That's a lot of baseball.
Long season.
Yeah,
fun to watch.
Tim Langton, the voice of the Toronto Blue Jays, at the Rogers Center next time, whenever that happens.
It's all right. Call it what you want.
I got a Sky Dome. It's always going to be the Sky Dome to me. Before we let you go, Tim, can you give us one Vladdy Guerrero intro before we let you go?
Oh, okay. Hang on 1 second here.
All right. Here you go.
What are the secrets to PA work? Stay hydrated.
Same with this podcast, Tim.
I'm pretty good at that.
I can't hydrate the same way when I'm working.
Fair enough.
You ready?
Yep.
First baseman, number 27, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Yeah.
Nice.
I love that.
Feels good.
That is great. Good. Tim, thank you so much for doing this. We appreciate it. We'll follow you on social media. Get onto your website, timlangton.com. If you're looking for some voiceover stuff, he's got it all right there. And we can't wait to hear your voice again at the Dome real soon. Thanks, Tim.
Okay, take care, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care, Tim.
Langton.
Thanks.
The announcer for the Toronto Blue Jays. Loving it. I love that.
I know you love it. It pains me so much. His voice is good. He's a good guy. I just hate the Blue Jays. Everyone knows it. It's not been a secret on this podcast.
I just love this, Tim. I want to play this one more time. And
I know you do.
Jays fans are going to love it.
Now he comes set. Kicks. The 1-1 pitch. Fly ball deep left field. Yes, sir. There she goes. Blue Jays 6, Rangers 3.
The designated hitter, number 10, Edwin Encarnacion.
And just to think,
I love being the horn guy too. I think that he gets to be the horn guy. Like that's pretty badass though. Like I'll give you that. Like you see that go out.
The guy who does the Junior B hockey horn thinks he's a big deal. Like, could you imagine being the Skydome horn, dude?
They should have just asked him if he's ever just like accidentally horned it for no reason. Strike 3. Wrong team. It's probably why you keep score so you don't get lost in it. And you're like, strike 3. That's the other team.
I applied to be the Tigers PA announcer.
Really?
I applied, yeah.
Did you get a rejection letter from them too?
Didn't even get a response. No, they had an opening. I don't even know where I saw it. It might have been, it was a while ago, like 20 some years ago. And they had an opening at Comerica. And I thought, how cool would that be? Like, I'm a baseball. I love the Jays, but I'm a baseball fan. And then I like, realistically, logistically, imagine driving down for 81 games, crossing the border.
It is a pretty sweet gig to think about what Tim gets to do for 81 games a year. Like that's pretty solid job. You get to watch the game, do some announcing during it. Amazing. I'm in.
Yeah. Now batting the designated hitter number 10, Edwin Encarnacion. Just good. I like the story behind the story. I thought that's pretty cool. And Tim and I have been conversing back and forth over our Twitter here for a little while to finally get him on. I think that was
that's awesome.
That was pretty neat. Tim, we got to get to the beer buzz. What's going on in the beer world? We do have some things we want to cover here today in the buzz. Let's start with you're drinking some Red Barn. You into it already?
Yeah, I cracked it not very long ago. I cracked the Red Barn. Let me see if I can pull it up now. There it is.
Red Barn's coming up on their first anniversary. So
Red Barn first anniversary on July 1st. Remember rolling out there July 1st. They posted today the first 500 available, only 500 available. The T-shirt and cans of the first anniversary were only available in this package. Plus every $5 or $5 from every package goes to Blenheim Youth Center, which has been doing awesome stuff during this pandemic. So a great cause for this. Jump online. Their website crashed today, Cloudy. So nice. I know people were jumping online. Denny changed the link up. Got in there. I know I got a package. I think you got one too, Cloudy.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so jump on there. Should have checked with Denny before we started here tonight to see if there's any left. But I'm gonna guess it's gonna be well supported. Jump on and grab one.
Let's sell these out, guys. Let's sell these out. Wherever you're watching this across Ontario, let's sell it out. This is a local business that launched during a pandemic that had to open, had to shut down, had to curbside, had to open, shut down. Like it doesn't matter what business it is. They've been dicked around for over a year, and they're I'm not gonna say struggling, but it's a struggle to make it work. So support redbarnbrewing.com. Go online, get one of those T-shirts, get the mystery pack there. And I thought it was kind of neat that what's the date to pick up? June 25th,
I think, June 25th
or whatever it was. But I thought that's like a little. I've just gifted Future Chris. Future Chris is getting a gift.
I love that. I'm like, and I probably forget about it for like a few weeks, and I'm like, oh, sweet.
And I'm going to call you. I'll pick you up on Friday afternoon. Like June 25th. I'm like, Tim, we're going for a ride. And you're like, F yeah. We're going to get our shirts, baby.
Yes. No, I'm jacked. Jacked for Future Tim.
Future Tim and Future Chris are loving it. They don't even know yet how excited they're going
to be. we will be so jacked. I can see it already. Oh, man.
Future Chris and Tim are going to give a high five. I guarantee it.
Yes.
It's going to happen.
Looking forward to it. Yeah, check them out. It was awesome. Pretty cool shirt, too.
For sure. Wanted to mention, I had here that the Queen is now selling beer. Did you see this?
So she's a little hard up. Is that what she started selling some beers?
Pandemic is tough for everyone. Doesn't matter if you're royalty, Tim.
Well,
95-year-old monarch has approved the sale of a range of beer brewed from plants grown on her estate in Norfolk in the UK. Sold at the Sandringham gift shop. $5.50 for a 500ml bottle. The beers come in two varieties: a cold filtered traditional English bitter. See, this is why I can't be a PA announcer. And a stronger golden IPA, described by the gift shop as uniquely natural. She's not in brewing it then.
She's not in the actual brewing process.
No, she's on the canning line.
It's really hard. Wow. She got the look how Jack she is to be holding our glass. Wow.
Yeah. She
I like
did
how
the
she
same
got
thing.
our glass.
Future queen is just pumped for the beer. Yeah. Yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
I didn't even know we had glasses, Tim, but
I didn't either. How did she get one? That's
Yeah.
amazing.
yeah,
I
well,
want a
she's
glass.
the queen. Yeah. So there you go. Look
Part
at
of the Commonwealth here.
look at the chiclets on her too. She is just
Are they
beer
weird?
time. Well, yeah, of course. Look at her. She's like us when the podcast starts.
What? is that even her? Is that even
That's her. That's her.
I
That's
don't think
not
it is.
photoshopped at all, Tim.
I think that's not. I think that's an imposter. That photo is something. She needs to get a better optician as well. Those glasses do not fit well.
Future guest, hopefully, on
You
the pod.
imagine we reach out and we get the queen.
Nah,
The amazeballs.
that's our goal.
Oh,
That is our
Jesus.
goal. So the queen, yeah, she's got beer. She's got beer out now. I had something else. You had something else there too, didn't you, Tim?
Sure.
What did you have? The auction. You want to talk about the auction?
Oh yeah, the auction. Local auction here again. If you're in Southwestern Ontario, great cause here. Two great causes. This is going to the Chatham County Women's Center and the Chatham Hope Haven Men's Shelter. Check out this raffle and online auction. I was on there today. Had to get my bidder number in and start bidding on some things there. Some really cool packages, like solid packages here. A lot of stuff bundled together. Get on there and check it out. It's going to go to a great cause. So shout out to Bob Vandersloot over at Peak Athletic Training who's helping get this rolling. So great cause. Get out there and support it, folks.
Yeah, there's a link there on your screen, but this one I find works a whole lot better.
All right.
A little wordy, but look at Peak. Look at their Facebook page, and you can get the link for that. So that's available. I'm surprised you're passing other people off to an auction site. That doesn't seem like you.
I know it's tough, man, because you know me. I love a good auction.
It lures you in. Tim and I are going to host the Festival of Giving again this year, virtual Festival of Giving for the Chatham Kent Children's Treatment Center. Good times and tan lines. We're working on our tan lines now. I am going, Tim. I'm going to go tarps off for the virtual Festival of Giving.
That's going to get people tuning in, pal. I'm probably just going to go sleeveless. I'm not sure if I'm going to go full tarps off, but we're working on the beach bod right now. Contacted Sean over at the Health House. Going to try and work on the beach bod for the Festival of Giving. I think the timeline's tight, but we could probably pull it off.
Yeah.
It's bulk season, I think. No, I'm past bulk season. I'm in cut season now, I think. I was thinking I'm supposed to be cutting.
We're cutting. Yeah, we need to get working.
Solid packages.
We get working on that.
You got anything else there, Cloudy? Bridget Carlton.
No, go ahead.
Past guest on the 3Beer podcast. Season starts this weekend. WNBA. Bridget plays for the Minnesota Lynx. Their first game is on Friday, so check out WNBA. Solid basketball action. Looking forward to following Bridget this season as well.
Shout out, Tim, to Chris Berman, who had a birthday yesterday. ESPN's Chris Berman. Berman turned 66. This is a good look for him right here.
That is a solid look. Hairstylist might be on strike right now. Wherever Chris Berman's at.
So is Chris Berman's hairstylist.
That's what, yeah, for sure, 100%.
So Chris turned 66. He could go. Hey, Chris Berman. So with his birthday, dug up this classic Berman episode called "Losing Your Shit." Maybe that's what we'll call this segment. Losing your shit.
Oh, this is a good one. Yeah.
This is Berman.
When I'm doing TV and I got 18, God damn it. Can't everybody stop for 10 minutes? I mean, everybody seems that that's the only, everybody can we stick, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's not that much to ask. Is that when everybody has to move when I'm trying to concentrate? Jesus.
And you guys thought I was a pain in
I mean, it's so rude. I can't believe it. It's so goddamn rude. Why does everyone all of a sudden have to move? It's got 2 fucking hours to move around. Wait 10 minutes.
2 hours to watch.
Jesus.
This is
I'm sorry to explode like that, but it's like no one's ever worked on TV here before. Jesus.
like behind the scenes of the 3Beer podcast right now.
Yeah, this is what I'm like at about 6:55.
Seems like a pretty good guy to work with.
Well, yeah, if you've
I really,
worked
I
in
actually
TV
can't
before.
believe what I just saw. It's like no one here has worked on TV before.
Apparently not.
I heard dial tone.
No, he's done. He's done. You
Oh.
gotta have a tilt one back there.
That's
Chris
amazing.
Berman. Happy 66th, big guy.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
That is
That's
good
awesome.
stuff. That is good stuff.
Hey, I got a new segment. Not sure what it's called yet. It's called Tunes of the Week. I just made that up.
Tunes of the week. Let's hear it.
Yeah, go on Spotify or Apple. What is it? iTunes? I don't know. What am I, 100? I can't even tell you what stream. Go on your favorite stream site. Look up his name, Kelton Evans. Listen to a couple tunes. He's got a couple tunes on there. Check it out.
Heavens.
Yeah, check it out. Solid tunes. Just put them out there. He's a local kid and is dabbing in musical world. Talented as hell. And he's putting out some songs. I didn't even know he's doing this. It's awesome. Check it out. Kelton Evans on Spot. That's where I got him. Yeah.
I'm on it, Kelton.
We got a debut here on the 3Beer podcast. We've never debuted a tune.
What's that
Here.
segment called again?
I don't know. I got nothing. I just thought of it. I just saw this come across on my Facebook today.
Oh,
Kelton Evans. Check it out on the Spotify. Great tunes. Good
and
kid.
that's this week's Things Tim read on Facebook.
I got some other stuff too, but that's
You
it.
know what?
That's it
I'm
for
a little-
today, dude.
I'm a little pissed here, Tim. I had, and I don't know where it went here. Did you hear about the tiger that was loose in the neighborhood in Houston?
Oh, I thought you were talking about our neighborhood. I was like, no. I know.
Well, let's be honest. Tiger in our neighborhood would be shocking. Just like Houston. Houston's not home to tigers. A Bengal tiger. So, and I'm pissed that I don't know where the video went. It's somewhere. I don't know. No, that's Chris Berman. Let me tell you the story. So this neighborhood is a video of this family driving by, and they see a Bengal tiger crawling across someone's front lawn. They're like, that's a tiger. What the hell? So in the neighborhood is an off-duty cop. He comes out and he tries to, make sure everyone's back in their house. And the tiger now is like, what's this dude? And he's got a gun, and he's like, doesn't want to shoot the tiger, but he's obviously going to shoot the tiger if he needs to. The tiger's on the front lawn of the neighborhood. So eventually the owner of the tiger he hears the commotion. Again, tigers are not native to Houston, and they're not allowed to be pets. So
good tip.
The owner comes out, and by the way, the tiger's wearing a collar with the name
Come
tag
on.
it. So
If
Buddy
lost,
comes out.
please call.
Yeah, exactly. Buddy comes out and yells, "Get over it, get!" Grabs it by the collar, drags it in the house. Like, I told you not to get outside, tiger. So, brings the tiger inside, and now there's a commotion like, WTF? Like, what, you got a tiger in your house? You intelligent tiger? So then Buddy grabs his tiger, and now we're going for a car ride. He puts the tiger in the backseat of his Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Come on.
And speeds off. The cops are on the scene. Now they're chasing Tiger Guy.
Where is this going?
So they lose him. They find him. They lose him. So eventually they do catch Tiger Guy. He's wanted for murder.
What?
But there's no tiger. Tiger's gone.
What?
Tiger's gone.
But the guy's wanted on tiger murder, or he's wanted on a different murder charge?
He's on like a human murder.
Oh, murder.
Murder. But they
What
can't
a
find the
terrible
tiger.
day.
So then they look in his house and they find 2 monkeys as well. This is all true. This is all true.
What a twist.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They've got Buddy,
Oh,
Tiger
my God.
Buddy. They can't find Tiger, and they've also got 2 monkeys. So
please tell me there was a video of all of that, because
I've only got video. I only had video. I have no idea where it is of the tiger on the front lawn, and the tiger just looks like a big cat who's just like, "I'm out. I'm free."
I was hoping there's video of them like opening the door and there's just two monkeys smoking at the kitchen table.
The monkeys open the door.
What? Oh, the tiger got out.
I just can't get over.
Oh my god!
Does the tiger use kitty litter?
What?
What's that smell like?
This has been Random Thoughts by Chris McLeod.
It sounds like an episode of The Hangover. Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah.
It's like with when they stole Tyson's. Yeah.
There's a lot of twists in that story, dude. That one caught me off guard. I didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah.
The monkeys really got me.
Yeah, well, why not?
Jesus
I just thought it was funny. It's like, how do you transport a tiger? Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's best for tiger hauling.
Get in the car. We gotta go.
No, we're going to the vet.
Who did he murder?
I shot somebody in the face, apparently.
What?
Jesus. Yeah. Allegedly, Tim. Allegedly. I don't want to. I don't want Tiger Guy knocking on my door.
Tiger Guy and two monkeys show up at your door. Shit to pay. Oh man.
I got one more story. You want another story?
I don't think I can handle one, but okay.
This is a story from Lethbridge, Alberta. It happened on the weekend, where a couple kids were just riding bikes, like a couple 14-year-old kids. Remember, riding bikes was a thing. It's like everything else has gotten in the way of riding bikes.
Just get riding.
Where are you gonna go? Just bike riding.
Just riding bikes, man.
Yeah, there's nothing else. You're just bike riding. Well, a couple boys in Lethbridge, Alberta, they've got some terrain and some mountain bike paths and stuff. So they're doing jumps, some sweet jumps on their bikes. One buddy number one, jumps and falls off his bike in a rattlesnake den.
Come on.
Buddy number two, sweet jump right behind him because they're synchronized. He falls off his bike and they both look around. They're in a rattlesnake den.
What? What does that look like? Is there pictures of this?
I don't have pictures of it. So.
Okay.
Would have been great. They didn't grab their cameras.
Just take out selfies.
these two 14-year-olds took off. Gone.
Yeah.
So first of all, riding bikes is life at 14, right? That's all we want to do, ride bikes. Number two, not bringing your bike home is death. Instant death by mom or dad.
Where's your bike at?
Yeah, where the hell's your bike? I saw you didn't use the kickstand. So they had to call this rattlesnake wrangler they have in Lethbridge. This guy, rattlesnake guy.
Come on.
Yeah, and he comes.
That's the real rattlesnake guy?
This is real dude right here.
Holy shit. Okay.
He's got a name.
Right.
His name's Ryan Diver.
Okay.
Ryan Diver is part of the rattlesnake mitigation program for the city of Lethbridge. And yeah, he came, got their bikes back. He's a hero. And he said that he goes on to tell a story about the rattlesnakes. They're out right now, and they're enjoying the sunshine out in Lethbridge, Alberta.
Obviously, I'm not much into zoology because I didn't know there was a full-time position for a rattlesnake wrangler in Lethbridge, Alberta.
Who knew Lethbridge, Alberta would be where
I got my rejection letter from Lethbridge, Alberta when I applied to be the rattlesnake wrangler. I was pretty disappointed in that one. That's bullshit. Pretty bummed.
That's funny.
Oh man, that's something.
And that's it for story time this week.
Chris McLeod story time. That one got me, man.
On the 3BeerPod. I think it was a solid episode.
Solid.
Yeah.
When you're grass cutting this week and you're listening to this episode back, you're gonna think that was the greatest time of your life, right there. Grass cutting and podcasting. Can't beat it, folks.
Yep. You'll probably go grab your bike and just go riding.
That's what I'm doing this weekend.
Yeah.
Grass cutting, podcasting, and rattlesnake wrangling, and bike riding. That's a big weekend
for tigers in your neighborhood.
Yeah,
well,
buddy.
That's it, Timmer.
It's been good.
That's fun. We've got not that we haven't had a cool guest this week, but next week you're gonna dig it. You're really gonna like next week's guest. It might be a 2-hour episode next week, and we won't say anything. We'll just be part of it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Again, season 5 is shaping up here pretty solidly, buddy. This lineup we've had here this season 5, solid. Next week, it's getting ramped up again. I love it. Looking forward to it.
Blow the doors off it. Thanks to Tim Langton again, timlangton.com. You can follow him, voice the Blue Jays at the Sky Dome, and he can also voice your promos or whatever you have. He is the dude. Tim, our sponsors, thank you. Call me if you want that house. We've got it for you. We'll talk again next week. Cheers, buddy.
Thanks, Cloudy.